Today we're diving into a story that is just, well, it's almost unbelievable. We're talking about Free Solo, the documentary that captured a feat of human achievement so dangerous and so audacious, it's hard to even wrap your head around it. Let's get right into it. So this is it, Free Solo. When it came out in 2018, you might have thought it was just a movie about rock climbing, but no, it is so much more than that. This is a film about the absolute edge of human potential, about a level of focus that is almost terrifying, all following one climber, Alex Honnold, as he tries to do something nobody had ever done before. And that's the question, isn't it? The one that just hangs in the air. What does it actually take? I mean, no rope, no harness, absolutely no safety net. It's just him, a massive wall of granite, and the cold, hard fact that if you make one tiny mistake, you fall, and you die. It's a concept that's honestly almost impossible to truly process. Okay, first things first. To really get the scale of this, you have to understand the mountain itself. We are not talking about some local climbing wall here. We're talking about one of the most famous, most intimidating rock faces on the entire planet, El Capitan, in Yosemite National Park. The numbers here are just staggering. We're looking at 3,000 feet. That's almost a kilometer straight up. Honnold's chosen path was the freerider route, which has a difficulty grade so high that the very idea of doing it without ropes on a wall this size, it was completely unprecedented. Before him, people in the climbing world just assumed it was impossible. Period. So, this begs the question, who on earth would even dream of attempting something like this? To understand the climb, you really have to try and understand the man, and the incredibly unique mind of Alex Honnold. For years, Honnold basically lived this super minimalist, nomadic life. Just him and his van, driving around, dedicating every single ounce of his being to one thing, climbing. He's often described as a bit of a shy loner, and his goal was never really about fame or money. It was just about perfecting his craft and pushing his own limits way beyond what anyone thought was possible. And that intense focus made a lot of people, including the filmmakers, ask a pretty obvious question. What is going on inside this guy's head? I mean, how do you stand at the bottom of a 3,000-foot cliff that you're about to climb without a rope and not be completely paralyzed by fear? Well, the film actually explores the science of it, and what they found is just stunning. They put Honnold in an MRI machine and showed him all these intense, frightening images. Now, in your brain or my brain, a little area called the amygdala, the fear center, would light up like a Christmas tree. But in Honnold's brain, there was basically nothing. It's like his brain's internal alarm system for fear just doesn't go off in the same way. And this quote from him adds another piece to that psychological puzzle. He talks about growing up in a household where emotions just weren't really expressed. That might have helped shape him into someone who is incredibly self-reliant, someone who isn't held back by the kind of emotional attachments that might, stop most of us from taking these kinds of risks. But look, having a unique brain isn't enough, not even close. This climb didn't just happen. The path to it was a long, grueling process, absolutely filled with painful setbacks and just immense psychological pressure. I mean, this journey was just littered with challenges. He badly sprained his ankle while practicing. Then he was shaken to the core by the death of another world-class climber. He even got partway up the wall on his first attempt and had to back down. Every one of these moments tested his resolve and made him wonder if this thing was even possible. So how did he respond? With obsessive, meticulous preparation. He climbed the route with ropes over 60 times, memorizing thousands of tiny individual movements for his hands and feet. He had to choreograph it like a deadly ballet, especially for the hardest parts, called cruxes, sections with names like the Teflon corner and the boulder problem. These are the spots where a single slip, a moment of doubt, would be fatal. But there's this whole other incredible layer to the story, the challenge of actually filming it. How do you make a movie about an event when your subject, who's also your friend, could literally die right in front of your camera at any second? This one question absolutely haunted the film crew. The directors Elizabeth Chai Vasarhelyi and Jimmy Chin had to carry this profound ethical weight every single day. They knew that by filming, they were documenting something that could end in an absolute tragedy, and they just had to live with that possibility. The sheer scale of their filmmaking effort was just massive. To get the final 100-minute film that we see, the crew shot over 700 hours of footage. 700 hours! They captured every single moment of this years-long journey. And to get those 700 hours, they needed cameras everywhere. They didn't just have one or two. They used a total of 12 cameras to capture this thing from every angle you could possibly imagine. On the ground, hanging off the cliff face with their own cameramen, even in a helicopter circling above. And the technical problems they had to solve were immense. The number one rule was don't distract Alex. So what did they do? They hired a camera crew made up of elite climbers, people who were comfortable moving on the wall right alongside him. And the audio? To get those intimate sounds of his breathing, the chalk on his hands, they actually built a special microphone and hid it right inside his chalk bag. Just an incredible feat of filmmaking. So after all the setbacks, all the preparation, all the ethical dilemmas and the pressure, came the day, the ascent itself and the incredible legacy that it left behind. Then, on June 3, 2017, Alex Honnold did the impossible. He climbed the entire freerider route, free solo, in 3 hours and 56 minutes. It was perfect, flawless, and in just under 4 hours, he completely redefined the boundaries of what human beings are capable of. And the world absolutely took notice. This wasn't just some niche climbing film. The documentary became a box office sensation, pulling in nearly $30 million worldwide. For a documentary, that is a massive success, and it brought this incredible sport to a truly global stage. Critics were just completely floored. I mean, look at this. The film has a staggering 97% approval rating on Rotten Tomatoes. That's a testament to the powerful story and, of course, the heart-stopping, vertigo-inducing way they filmed it. And this quote from the critics really nails why it connected with so many people. The film shows you something that seems beyond reason, sure, but it grounds it all in these really universal ideas: passion, dedication, facing your fears. You don't have to be a climber to get it. It connects on a deeply human level.
And ultimately, the film got the highest honor you can get in the movie business. It won the Academy Award for Best Documentary Feature, cementing its place not just as a great sports film, but as a truly landmark piece of cinema.
And so, when all is said and done, we're left with this massive question. Alex Honnold's journey is inspiring, no doubt. It's a story of a human being achieving something superhuman. But it also makes you think about ambition itself and that very thin line. Where does passionate dedication end, and where does a dangerous obsession begin? It's a line Alex Honnold walked, quite literally, on the edge of a 3,000-foot cliff.